Good morning, everyone. It's Donna Maria from DonnaMaria.com, and welcome to the Lifestyle CEO Show, where we empower you to enjoy your life, build your business, and have your way. So listen, it's Friday. I'm so excited. I'm so excited because it's Friday and because it's a super beautiful sunshiny day here in Charlotte, North Carolina. But I'm really super excited because I did a whole week of the Lifestyle CEO Show. That is such a big deal because this show has been in my brain for such a long time. And so I'm just so thrilled to be able to get through 5 whole shows, being on time, being in the moment with you, and just really, really excited. So welcome, everyone. And if you're here live, I'm so excited to be with you live and to feel the live vibe. If you're not here live and you're watching the replay, thank you for joining. I am thrilled to be with you. So today is Friday. So we have a series during the week of topics that I prepare for you in advance. But on Fridays, it's an open mic. So I want to invite you to share your questions. If you're here live, go ahead and post them below and I'll see them. If you're not here live and you want to ask later, I will do my best to come back and answer. But I want to encourage you to come here at 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern, 7 o'clock a.m. Pacific, if you do have questions on Fridays, because this is the time that I set aside to serve you in this way, to meet with you and to give you some laser coaching in your business and your lifestyle business so that you can be even more successful than you already are right now. So we've had our topics throughout the week, and today is really just a fun time of me being able to exchange with you and talk to you and get to know you better and let you get to know me better as well and answer some of your questions. So the first thing I want to start with is the importance of asking questions, okay? So, and I'll give you like an example that is near and dear to my heart that I'm experiencing right now in my life. My son is in the 8th grade, and he takes pre-algebra like everybody else in the 8th grade. And like many people also in the 8th grade, he struggles a little bit with pre-algebra. And we have, always tried to figure out why. Like, what's the problem? Is it the content? Is it that you just don't like math? What is it? And, and I have to say too that I struggled with math. I still struggle with math. It is not my favorite thing to do. And it is not a lot of people's favorite things to do, right? So he's not alone. And one day he's going to be watching this video. So, baby, I love you. This is not a criticism. This is just a fact. We all struggle. And the sooner we admit that we're struggling with something and ask for help, the better off we are, right? So we started tutoring, and like the floodgates of progress opened up. And so we determined that one of the issues that he was dealing with was the teacher that he has just kind of goes through things really, really super fast. She doesn't stop. She offers tutoring, but she gives tutoring in a way where like she's in the room with you, but she's not really looking at you and sitting with you. Like she's trying to get other work done. She gives you some project to do, and then you come up and give it to her. Which, teachers, it's a full-time job and they're busy, and I get that. But that's not really tutoring. So when we hired a tutor, we were able to make significant progress very quickly. And the only reason that happened is because we did what? We asked for help. Like we went to someone and we said, here's the specific issue. Here's what we specifically need help with. And here's what we would like to know if you can specifically do for us, right? So it's like a combination of things that you have to be able to come to terms with. First of all, you have to admit that you need help. Then you need to know exactly what you need help with. And then you need to be able to find someone and then find out if they can help you, right? Ask if they can help you. So not everyone can help you. You may be very specific about your issue, but not everyone can help you with that issue. And someone may be really able to help you, but if you're not specific about what your issue or your problem or your challenge is, they're not going to know how to help you. So the first step to getting the help you need, and the reason I'm doing these open mic times on Fridays, is because I want you to feel free. I want you to feel comfortable with me. Sorry, that's my dog in the background. I want you to feel open, and I want you to feel that I will do my best to answer your question. If I can't answer your question, I will refer you someplace else, to someone or a website or an article or a book or whatever that I think can answer your question. And oftentimes when I do answer your question, it will be based on my own personal experience or based on something that I learned from someone else. So it's a combination of things that I bring to the table here after 18 years of continuous business success and enjoyment, because I combine the passion with the money to create the sweet spot that it allows me to enjoy my life and run the exact same business for almost 2 decades. And so I want you to be able to have that kind of consistency as well. So that's why I open this up on Fridays. And it's really important to ask questions if you have them. So I do have a couple of questions that have already been asked. So if you guys don't have any questions, I'm going to open up. Oops, I pushed the wrong button. I'm going to open things up here and see if I can go ahead and ask a couple of questions that have already been asked. But when you are asking questions, just remember they should be specific and they should be in a certain category. Like, it shouldn't be like, how do I make more money? Like, how do I increase my sales? Like, I don't know how to answer that, right? I don't know the first thing to tell you. Go, put your products in front of people's noses and tell them how much they cost. Like, that's not a good answer. But that's how you increase your sales, right? So you need to be super, super specific. And, the onus is on you as the person who's getting the help to make the question really good, to make the question workable, to make it something that a mentor or an advice giver or a coach can actually sink their teeth into, right? So it's like, we shouldn't be working harder than you to find out what the question is. You know your business, you know your life, you know what the issues are, and you can sit down and think about narrowing them down to their lowest common denominator, so it makes it easier for someone to be able to help you. So the other thing to make sure you do when you ask a question to get the best answer is to share a little bit about what your business is in the context of the question. So this exact same question posed by a different sort of business will generate oftentimes a very different answer. So you want to be able to tell people, my name is so-and-so, my business is selling so-and-so, I've been in business for 4 years, and my biggest question is, how do I, and then what is the question? Or what is your best advice for this particular situation? Like, try to be specific, because if you're not, if your question rambles, then the answer is going to ramble, and then nobody's going to be helped, right? People watching it aren't going to be helped. You're not going to be helped because it's all this rambling stuff. So I want to be able to give you a specific answer. I want to be able to give you something to do. Actually, like, roll up your sleeves, get off of our open mic here at the Lifestyle CEO Show, and go do something to address the question that you had and start to get the result that you want to have. So here's a couple questions. I don't see any coming in. So here we go. Okay, so Pam posted this question in one of my forums, and she said, I don't have one specific question right now, but I would like to know more about how really to get myself out there more on social media. Okay, so Pam, this is a general question. It would be helpful to know what your business is. And so I will just, I'm just not going to get into that right now. But in general, the answer is, whatever it is that you sell, you find out where on social media the people are who buy what you sell. Okay, where do they purchase what you sell? Where do they connect with each other? Where do they like to hang out on social media? Once you determine where those places are, you narrow them down to the ones that you want to use in your business. And this is an issue that you're going to have to work with, and you're going to have to sit down and really think about and be self-aware. Again, what do you want your life to look like? What do you enjoy doing? What are your passions? So for example, if you really like pretty pictures and your business lends itself to pretty pictures, then Instagram is a good place to start, because Instagram is driven by the aesthetic. Like, it's driven by how things look. The prettier your pictures are, the more attention you're going to get on Instagram. The more likes, the more comments, the more follows, the more engagement, the more shares, or tags, I guess, on Instagram, since you can't really share. So your social media outlet is going to depend in part on who you are, what you like to do, what you're good at, and what you feel like you can actually be consistent in, and also what it is that you're trying to sell. So that's the first thing, is to like pick at least one. And really, I encourage you to start with one. Like pick one social media outlet to get started with, and then take a class in that social media outlet. They're everywhere. Read a blog post, watch a series of free videos. They're everywhere. Read the frequently asked questions of the company of, Instagram, which is really Facebook. Like they probably offer free coaching and free tutoring, not coaching, but, tutoring, like a frequently asked questions or something like that. Like a lot of people give this information away. So what you can do is, after you narrow it down to whichever outlet you want to start with, go learn how to use that outlet. Figure out how to use it. Watch what other people are doing. Take the classes. Study what other people are doing successfully. Read the blog posts. Watch the podcast. Listen to the podcast, and so forth. So teach yourself how to do it, or pay someone to train you on how to do it, and then go do it. Like that's how you do it. And I hope that doesn't sound too simplistic, but it's true. Like that's how you do it. Like that's how you get out of, how do I use social media? Because honestly, there's really Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, there's YouTube, there's Snapchat, there's Twitter, there's a whole lot of them. So you can't really take all of them on at one time. You're going to need to choose one. You're going to need to do your best to pick the one that will generally help your business be successful the most. And you're just going to need to roll up your sleeves and learn how to use it and get it done. Like start posting. So like with this show, for example, like I knew I wanted to have a show, but gee, I could do it live on YouTube. I could use Google+. I could go over to Instagram and do live. I could do it on my page. I could do it in my group. I could do it over here on another page, because this isn't the only Facebook page I have. There's lots of options that we have. But at some point I just had to say, okay, I'm going to pick one and I'm going to do it. Like that was how I solved my problem. It doesn't mean I'm stuck here. Like I can change it if I want to. And I could set up another camera and I could stream live to Instagram at the same time as I'm streaming here. I'm not doing that right now, but I could. And I'm thinking about doing that. So, but I just got started. Like I didn't start trying off to, drink the ocean and do all of it at one time. I just got started. And so I'm only a week into it now and I've started. So that's what you need to do, Pam. And I hope that answer is helpful to you. Okay, so we have another question here from Katie. Katie says, when just getting started, how do you better distinguish the nice to do from the have to do in your business? It seems there is so much all at once to think about, but with limited time and capacity, I need a better way to differentiate. Okay, so Katie, this is a great question. Again, it would help to know more about what your business is, but that's okay. I think I can give you some general information to be helpful. So again, have to do, nice to do. Okay, so the first thing is, especially when you're starting out, everything you do should be tied to sales. Everything you do should be tied to getting sales. And this is really business. Like this should be everything you do when you're first starting out, and it should be everything you do when you've been in business 18 years. Like you, for your business time, should do the activities, participate in the activities that lead to sales. That's what you should do. That's the big answer. So anything on your nice to do list that is just nice to do, that is not leading to sales, you need to take that off your list. So on your have to do list is get sales. Like in business, that's what you have to do. You have to get sales. So participate in activities that will deliver that to you and systematize those activities. And everything else, you can file it away somewhere. Like you can use a notepad, you can use a running email list, you can use Evernote, you can use a journal. You can use some other sort of tool to keep your nice to do ideas, things that maybe you can get to if you have time. Maybe you can hire someone else to do them. Maybe you don't have to do them at all. Maybe you can do them on the weekends when you have a little bit more discretionary time and so forth. So you want to make sure that you're doing the things that lead to sales. So in your business, what are those things? Katie, what are they? Are they doing farmers markets? Are they doing Facebook Lives where you talk about your products and you offer to sell them? Are they, is it Instagram? Is it Twitter? I don't know what it is for you. But wherever you're getting your sales, that's where you need to be investing your time, most of your time. And that's probably in more than one place. Like, I hope you have a website, so you're trying to drive traffic there. So you may be using a newsletter, you may be blogging. I hope you're doing both of those things, because they should be on your have-to-do list, right? Those are very, very important things. 25 social media outlets should not be on your have-to-do list. 24 should be on your nice-to-do list, and one that you knock out of the park and master should be on your have-to-do list. Like, that's the best advice that I can give you without knowing more specifics about what your business is. So I hope that's helpful to you, Katie. So let's see. Kimmy, this is the last one we'll do, and then I'll check and see if you guys have questions. Kimmy says, I normally have 10,000 questions, but now that I'm being asked, I can't think of a single one. Other than, I can't for the life of me figure out marketing and how to get people to notice my business. Okay. I can't figure out marketing. I'm not really sure what that means. And so I would ask you, if we were one-on-one, to be more specific. Like, I would want you to dig deeper for me, Kimmy, and let me know what's going on there. I can't figure out marketing is an indication that you kind of know what marketing is, but you're not sure what to do about it. And so the answer that I just gave to Katie would be helpful in terms of doing things that you have to do to get sales. Because if you don't market, you're not going to produce the sales. If you don't tell people who you are, and as you say, get people to notice my business, then nothing's going to happen. So what I would do is I would think about whether you need to hire a coach or someone to help you in your business, not necessarily just, tackling marketing, but to kind of help with your mindset. Like, what is your mindset in terms of your business? Are you like really serious about generating sales, or do you just want to generate sales? Like, do you want to have a business, but are you really, really serious about rolling up your sleeves and getting stuff done? I really apologize for him, you guys. I started to put him outside and he was so quiet. And of course now he's noisy, but I'm trying to do a live show. So I promise you, he will not be a problem in the future. I'm going to figure something else out. But in any event, I want you to make sure that you take the time, Katie, or Kimmy, I'm sorry, to really think through what it is that this question means to you, because it's not really clear to me exactly what you're asking. So let me give you a couple of things to keep in mind. First of all, if you have a business, you have to be marketing. Like, do not start a business. We talked about this, I think it was Tuesday, or one of the days this week. Do not start a business unless you first wrap your mind around the fact that you're going to be doing more marketing than you are, mastering whatever it is that you make or produce for sale. You're going to have to market, because two people with the exact same product or service, one's marketing, one's not marketing, which one's going to be successful? Like, the answer's pretty clear. So you need to make sure that you have your mind around that before you even spend resources, money, time, energy, and all that stuff. Once you wrap your mind around that, you should probably get a website and start with a blog and a newsletter. Like, get people to come to your website. That's where your products are, right? So publish a newsletter that gets them to come to your website. Publish a blog that gets search engine traffic. Questions that your target customers have to do what? Come to your website where you sell your products. Those are the first two things that I would do, that I strongly suggest you do. They are the first two things that I did in my business. I added social media on top of that. I did not start off, Twittering and all that stuff. I started off with getting traffic to my site, because that's where the stuff was. That's where my shopping cart was. That's where my bank account was connected. I wanted people there more than I wanted them following me on Twitter. I like to have followers on Twitter. It's nice. I like to have likes and people saying pretty things about the pictures we post on Instagram. They may or may not lead to sales. I don't know. But I know when I get them to my website, I've got them at a place where they can see what I have to offer. And if they're interested in it, they're going to click on it. They're going to click on it. They may not always buy, but they're going to see it. And they're going to, as you said, Kimmy, notice my business, right? That's the first step to getting any sales. So participate in activities that get people to notice your business on your turf, where you have control, where you're telling them, click here to buy, click here to put this in your cart, click here to book this service, Click here to, buy a consultation or whatever it is that you offer. And then you are actually participating in activities that get people, again, as you say, to notice your business. And that's what needs to be done. So I'm going to take a quick look here on the Facebook group. No, not the Facebook group. This isn't a group. I have a group. And sometimes I get things a little bit mixed up because I don't remember always which forum I'm in, because I've got a lot of forums going on. But let's see really quickly. Donna Maria CEO. That's where we are right now. Let me just see if there's any questions. And you know, guys, sometimes questions don't show up on your phone. Sometimes they only show up online on a desktop when you're actually live. So I'm going to go ahead and take a quick look here and see if I see any questions coming in. In the meantime, I hope you guys are enjoying the answers that I've given so far. And if you do have a question, please make sure you post it, because we're going to close out if you don't have any questions. Let me take a quick look here. What's happening? Okay, let's see a comment. Let's see if it's a question. Let's see. Sorry it's taking me so long. Oh, someone said, oh no, the dog. Yes, the dog. Yeah, he was misbehaving, and that's kind of, but that's one of the things. Let me say this before I go. That's one of the things that is so scary, I think, to people about doing live. Whether it's Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, is that you can't control all the circumstances. You can try to have the best lighting, but guess what? A storm cloud could come. It could start raining in the middle of your live thing, and then all of a sudden you could be totally covered in gray, like gray clouds. A police ambulance whole unit, if you're outside, could drive by where you are. Kids could come around and start making a lot of noise. Dogs could start barking. And I think a lot of people are afraid that they can't handle those circumstances, some of which are unforeseeable. Like, it's not unforeseeable that my dog would start barking, although I hoped that he wouldn't, and I thought I had positioned him in a way not to do that. But when you're outside, it is foreseeable that the clouds will cover up the sun. It is foreseeable that an ambulance might, drive by. I mean, but it's not likely, but it could happen. So what I want you to do, if you're afraid or if you're putting it off, doing some of the sorts of things that will help your business grow, is you just kind of have to accept that you're not going to be able to control everything, but you can control a lot of things. Like, you have a lot more control probably than you're giving yourself credit for. Okay? So hopefully my voice carried enough to be loud enough for you to hear over the dog. I tried really hard to make that happen. I did what I could. But if I wasn't successful, guess what? There's nothing I can do about it. I'm still here to serve you. I'm doing the best I can under the circumstances. And I hope that, everything that I share, even with him in the background, was helpful. But it's okay. Like, life happens. It's okay. What's really important for you as an entrepreneur is to not stop. What's really important for you is to say, well, that sucked. But you know what? Onward. I'm pressing onward because I have a vision and I have a mission and I have a goal. And this, again, is one of the things I told you yesterday. Entrepreneurship is going to sharpen you. It's going to make you a better leader. It's going to make you better able to lead your life, to lead others in your life, your family, the whole 9 yards. Why? Because you're going to look at circumstances that happen, things that you don't plan, customers who are mean and rude and nasty and unruly, people who don't want to pay you on time. You're going to look at all those circumstances and you're going to say, you know what? Onward anyway. I'm going onward anyway. And that is going to distinguish you from every other person, which is a lot of people, who may have a better product or service than you or the same product or service than you, who are going to stop. They're just going to stop. Like, that's hard. I'm going to stop. That's hard. I'm not going to try it. Oh, he's so handsome. She's so pretty on her video. I can't be that cute, so I'm not even going to start. That's BS is really what it is. It means that you're giving more power. You're giving your power away. Like, you're giving your power away to people in your Facebook feed. You're giving your power away to circumstances, and they haven't even happened to you yet. So, you kind of got to block all that stuff out, and you got to stay on task. You got to stay on mission. You got to stay in your lane and realize that if you want to be successful, you're going to have to look at all those things in your peripheral vision, like all the dog barking, all the other pretty people, all the people doing what I do, and they've been doing it for a long time, and now I'm going to try to get into it, and the market's so crowded. You have to look at all that stuff and see it right out here. You can't totally ignore it. You have to know it's there. We all need to know what we're surrounded by in business. But what I don't want you to do is go, oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. It's so awesome. I could never look like that. I can't hire editors to put everything together. There's no way I could ever have a website that's that beautiful. Well, you won't if you stop, right? Okay? So don't do that. Don't do that. Be very focused on what it is that you want to do. Stay where you are. Keep all the external things on your periphery. And stay focused on your vision. Stay focused on your mission. Stay focused on serving your customers. Yours, not hers, not his, not theirs. Yours. Serve your customers. Engage your customers. Make your customers happy. Deliver to them over and over and over again. And you'll be successful. You will. You have to do it for a while. Of course you're going to have to do it for a while. I just started this show. I just launched this Facebook page. Well, I launched it a long time ago, but I didn't use it. I just put it there because I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but I knew that one day I would. So I'm just getting started, right? I have another business that's been going on for almost 20 years. That's not just getting started. But, you know, we're all beginners, and I hope that you're a beginner more than once in your life. Like, I'm a beginner at this. I've never had a video TV show before. I had a podcast, and I've done videos before, but I haven't had a show on video where I have to show up at the same time every week. I'm so excited about this because it's helping to put a lot of other things in a structural format in my life, which I like. But the truth is I'm new. So, you know, you may be new too, or you may be starting over, or you may have gotten your point to a business where you're 5 years in and you're like, oh, you know, I need to retool this whole thing. Go ahead and do that. Don't let anybody stop you from doing that. Okay? So I hope you guys have a super weekend. I think that's my cue from my dog. It's probably time for me to go. I really enjoyed connecting with you. I will be here next week, all week long on the Lifestyle CEO, where I empower you to enjoy your life, build your business, and have your way. Please do leave me a comment. Please give me some hearts and likes and shares and all those things, whatever they are. And share this with a friend if you think you know someone in your circle, in your community, who would benefit from hearing my thoughts, my leadership, my guidance on these really super important issues. Take care, everyone. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.